Buongiorno, welcome to my house and welcome to my kitchen. This is where I've been now for the last month, and I don't know when I'm going to be able to go out again, but I'm making the most of it. I've been cooking for the NHS in the last 3 weeks. I've been cooking lots of different pizza, pasta from this kitchen, and I've fed all the doctors and nurses, all the local hospital. So, you know, I've been doing things, and I've been doing local neighborhood kitchen, feeding the people in the neighborhood here. But today, I'm feeding you at home with a pizza. I'm gonna make the simplest pizza you can make in your house. Okay, for that, you need 300 grams of strong 00 flour. You're gonna need some water, 200 milliliters of water, and some yeast. Okay, so make a well in the middle there, put the yeast in. The flour is gotta be very strong. The yeast can be fresh or dried like I'm using, and water needs to be a little warm. Okay, so there you go. Then you add the water and you start mixing. Very, very simple stuff, this. Ooh, chuck it on yourself, why don't you? I've got flour all over me now. Okay, so there you go. And in these times, you know, making things from scratch has been a big thing for me. You know, making things like desserts, like pizza, like homemade pasta. You know, I've been involving my children. So being at home, it's not been too bad because we're doing things, and it's important to do things. It's very, very important to do things as a family as well. You know, we're quite lucky here that we've got a nice big space. So we've got some big gardens, and we can go out, you know, in our own garden. I feel sorry for my family in Italy. You know, some of them haven't got big spaces outside, and but you know, judging by the news, they're reopening the parks in Italy, so things should be better. Okay, so once you've done this dough, you need to let it rest. Okay, add all the water. And don't worry if it feels a bit sticky, okay? Because now you need to knead it, okay? You knead it for about 3 or 4 minutes, and then you should end up with if it's a bit too sticky, you've got a little bit of more flour here, a little bit of extra flour, and that's it. All right, so now then, it's time to add a little sprinkle of extra virgin, okay? Before I finish this off and leave it in the bowl, cover it with a damp cloth. You cover it with something damp, and then you leave it to rest, and that's your dough. And you're gonna come back to this a bit later. Okay, there you go. A bit more flour. Pick it up again if you're not happy, like I wasn't there. And then put it back in the bowl. And now this will be covered with a damp cloth, and we'll come back to it once it's double in size. Okay, so we put that over there, and we got one that we made earlier, which is right here, and now this is ready for me to stretch. And now I'm going to stretch this dough here. Put some flour on the surface. Here we are. Now you start, I mean at home, you probably want to start like this, okay? You start like this with your fingers, and then you start stretching it like this. Then you do a bit of this. I'm not gonna fling it up in the air or anything like that, don't worry. Okay, those times are gone. And if you're not sure at home that you can stretch it with your fingers and your hands, then why don't you use a rolling pin? You know, I'm not too fussed about using a rolling pin. If you really want to use a rolling pin, use a rolling pin. There you go. So we stretch that completely. There we are. Any shape will do because you're at home, so it doesn't matter if it's not completely round and nice and whatever you want to whatever you're meant to be doing. This is nice. This is just home cooking, right? That's ready. Make sure you brush off all the flour from the top, okay? You don't want any flour on the top here. Now we're gonna top it with some tomato. Let me just grab a spoon, 1 second. There you go, voila. Now this tomato has been dressed. It came from a tin, okay? What I've done is I blitzed it and then dressed it with some oregano, olive oil, salt and pepper. But if you don't like oregano, then take it out. But this is already dressed and this is going on my pizza. Start from the middle and then go around. It's got basil in it as well, by the way. Basil is a great herb to use for pizza and for pasta, any tomato sauce. Then I got some mozzarella here, any mozzarella. For pizza, actually, the drier the better, so don't use anything like buffalo mozzarella or anything like that. You can add buffalo mozzarella. In Italy, what they do is they use buffalo mozzarella after they cook the pizza, because in Italy, they cook the margherita and then they take it out, they add all the raw ingredients and bang, they just eat it with rocket, parmesan, with parma ham. They add it all afterwards, okay? So there's my margherita here. And now, for good measure, I'm gonna add a few extra little cherry tomatoes, okay? That's nice, just to use on. And because it's me, it's Aldo Zilli, and don't do just ordinary margherita, do I? I don't do just ordinary anything. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna add a little bit of this basil, okay, all the way around. Just a little tear of basil. There you are. And then we can add a little bit of Parmigiano. Wow, that's a margherita and a half, okay? If it's not in the recipe, this Parmesan, it's up to you whether you like it or not, but I don't like it, I love it. Then this goes in the oven for 5-6 minutes and we'll show you the exact result. Let's see what this pizza's done. Oh, lovely. Bellissima, la mia pizza è arrivata. Eccoci qua. Okay, little bit of drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. And this is me and my little boy's lunch for now. Okay, we can add now, you can add whatever you want now. This is ready now, so a little bit more basil maybe, just sprinkle on top. There you have. And I am now ready to cut this and enjoy it with you. Enjoy it. Stay safe, stay at home. Buon appetito. Arrivederci. See you soon.